It's an awesome day to you, my dear real estate investors, wherever you're watching me across the world. I am super delighted to welcome you to another insightful and educative session of Property Matters here on YouTube. In case you're coming across a video like these for the first time, do well to subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that when I drop an educative and, of course, insightful video like this, a very important personality like you will obviously be the first person to see it. Property Matter has talked extensively on how you can identify a fraudulent real estate developer. We've also talked extensively on how you can identify a fraudulent real estate transaction. The aim and goal of Property Matter is to ensure that you don't lose a dime to any form of real estate investment here in the beautiful city of Lagos, Nigeria. Once again, do well to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you immediately after this short commercial. Don't go nowhere. All right, you're welcome back. Once again, I want to say very big thank you for staying tuned. So on today's episode, I'm going to be talking on a very important topic, and a lot of my viewers and my subscribers have been waiting so long for me to talk extensively on this. Today, we are going to be talking about real estate scam in Lagos, Nigeria, and the big question is, should I involve a family member or a loved ones in any of my real estate dealings in Lagos? Now, what that basically means is that let's suppose you are in abroad and you want to invest in a property and you don't know a way to go about it, or probably you are not comfortable with some of the real estate practitioner you have made inquiries with, or you are probably not satisfied with the inquiries and, of course, the services of the real estate development companies and realtors, and you are presently contemplating on, okay, fine, I think at this point I've had it up to here. I want my brother to be involved, I want my sister to be involved, I want my cousin to be involved, I want my relative to be involved. So the question is it really a good idea? What do I think about that? Now, let me quickly make these clear assertions that the aim of this of today's episode is not targeted towards you discouraging your family members from being part of any of your real estate dealings. I've met some real estate investors who say, okay, fine, I can't buy this land until my uncle comes to see it. I cannot buy this property until my brother or my relative or my cousin or my nephew or niece sees it. And it's a very good one. But let's imagine a worst case scenario whereby you want to build, you have bought the land, or perhaps you're planning to buy the land and you want to send the money to your uncles or your aunties or your relative, and you're after sending the land to sending the money to them to buy the land and to start building. What if they did not build anything? What if they are taking pictures of another person's site to send it to you, just to give you a fraudulent and a fake real estate update of sites that was never in existence? I've seen diverse videos of people who has been in diaspora for a very long time, who has been sending money to their relatives to build houses for them, and in anticipation that when they retire or they come to Nigeria, they will have access or possessions to the property they have been sending money for them to build. And realistically, I saw a video also where a diasporan investor, someone who has been in Italy for over 20 years, and this particular guy has been sending money to his auntie and there was no house. And there've been several scenarios like that, and this obviously has discouraged a lot of people from investing in Lagos. This has given a lot of diasporan investors this notion that everybody is fraudulent. And I've been hearing of this case scenario, and recently I witnessed one, and this actually happened to my uncle, who is based in the US for some time, and he wanted to start a farming project. And of course, I helped him to get the land. We got the land, 1 acre in Odugbawojo axis of Ekpe, far back in 2001. Surprisingly, we got 1 acre for 1.8. Of course, you won't see it for that price in this present real estate economy. So we got the land 1.8 all inclusive. We paid agent, everything was all inclusive 2.5 million. We got the land, and the farming process started. And after I got the land, he got his document and everything was done. I didn't have time, to go back and perhaps monitor what was going on there because I have a lot of engagement. So it became very, very, impossible for me to be at the farm all the time. So what we did basically was we brought in our cousins and then we handed over the farm to them. So since then, I never went there. Now, the reason why I'm sharing this experience basically was that is due to the fact that I've been hearing this particular story, people, citing their experiences. This was what my uncle did. This was what my auntie did. I have been sending money at home, and nobody has been building. I used to think it was more or less, but it was like a fallacy until I myself and my uncle had a taste of what it means to be defrauded, by a family member. Now, the scam here basically is that my uncle has been sending money home for 2 years and a half, and they've been showing him videos of the farm. They showed him the goats, the pigs. Of course, he was doing my uncle basically was based into livestock, production. He's majorly into piggery, poultry, fishery. Think about it, rearing of cows and other, domestic farm animals. So, my family member, more importantly, let me be specific. My cousin sister has been sending videos, and that actually gave my uncle. My uncle is based in the US anyway, so that gave him this scenario that, of course, his farm is going on well and everything. It was just yesterday we discovered that all the videos that they have been sending were videos of someone else's farm, and it was quite unfortunate that a whole lot of money has been spent there. And just yesterday, we decided to go to the farm without notifying them. We found out that out of over 14 pigs, we found out 4 pigs and 2 were already dead, and it was quite unfortunate. He almost cried, and I also felt the pain too. In fact, we felt played because he showed me the payment roster of what he has been giving these people to take care of the farm. Bought them bikes, bought them generator, bought them everything that will make the farming to be successful. And these people turned out to be fraud. They've been eating the money and sending this another person's farm to him, giving in anticipation that he was coming. Now, the basis basically is that this has been existing for a very long time, and today's emphasis we're talking on how can you minimize these causes, this fraud among family members. Oftentimes we've been talking about what some real estate developers have done, and I also witnessed this. It was a real life scenarios. So today I'm going to be talking about how to reduce fraud by family members. I'm going to be talking about that, how to reduce fraud by family members, and what you need to do if you are based abroad and you want to do this kind of thing. Of course, I'm saying this because of the experience I had recently. The first thing basically that you want to do is that you need a trusted real estate consultant who will be available to supervise and of course foresee those activities, even if you have decided to leave those building or farming activities to in the hands of your family members. Yes, you need somebody that will be constantly going there to give you an update of the events and the activities. So that is the first thing you want to do. Now, the thing basically is that, of course, I'm supposed to be there, right? But this was my cousin's sister, so, and it was sending us updates. And the mistake we made basically was that after purchase of that farm, I was very busy, so I didn't have time to go back there. But now with this kind of activities, with what is left in the farm, I'll be going there constantly. So you need somebody that will be available. And the reason basically is that farming is not my own area of specialization, and that is why I was not available. Okay, so the next thing you also need to do basically is that you need to operate what we call a transparent form of investment. What exactly do I mean by that? Now, we obviously cannot, curtail or control greed in people. And basically, we also need to understand basically that men will be men, humans will be humans, and the tendency to want to defraud will certainly be high. So, what you need to do basically is that maintain a transparency situation whereby you take notes and record of all your expenses, and you have a live video with them on the farm. Now, basically, what the mistake my uncle made basically was that he was, relying on the video that was sent to him. There was never a day, a live video was done in the farm where they gave him update of what was going on. Okay, so once in a while, if you are based in the diaspora, always have a transparent record whereby you have a live video to see the activities by yourself, and you keep record of everything that is being spent on there. So you keep a record of everything so that you can constantly be, abreast with the current situation in that axis. Then the next thing you also need to do basically is that you must hire a lawyer and engage, the law enforcement agencies. Now, in most cases where people don't have, some measures that can curtail and control their activities, people tend to use the excesses and the availability of resources in their possession to steal. What do I mean? Now, if you are starting any building, don't say it's my brother, it's my auntie, it cannot harm me. No, the tendency for somebody to be greedy is very, very, open. So in most cases, get a lawyer that will constantly draft a contract, okay, and that will also state the terms and conditions of the contract. Don't say it's my brother, it doesn't need to sign. No, in as much as the fact that money is involved, it is a transaction, it's a business, and you must handle it as such. Don't say so. Get a lawyer that will draft, a contract. Get a lawyer that will also draft the do's and don'ts, and of course, get a lawyer that will also keep them aware of the consequences of any fraudulent activities. So once those things have been accurately structured, also get an external person that will be monitoring the activities of your site. Now, most times it is very crucial and very, very sad because many people don't have an external eye apart from their families and loved ones. So these are some of the things that you need to do, whether you are doing a farm work or you are, building a structure. Have an internal person, get a lawyer, ensure that some law enforcement agencies are involved. So in the cases whereby stories and situations like these are about to happen, you know when and how to strike. Then finally, visit unannounced. Visit unannounced once in a while. Don't announce your arrival. I know many of us are very, very busy with some of the things we have been doing, okay? And I understand that our work schedule may not, allow us visit as many times as it can. But in time of your summer or your vacations, visit your project unannounced, okay? Visit your project unannounced. See things by yourself so you can make necessary correction. Now, if you will not be available for a very long time, you can also choose to trade with some companies. There are some companies that are doing agricultural production for people based in diaspora. Now, in such situations, these companies have been tested, whether it is palm oil production you want to do, whether it is cattle or livestock production you want to do, whether it is crop production you want to do. There are some trusted real estate companies who are doing this, and of course they will be a remittance as it is stated in the contract of sale. So when you are working with such companies, you just have it that for the time being that you are not around, these guys will remit those things. So you may not make as much as you have anticipated, but it is better than losing everything to a fraudulent member or a family or a greedy family member who obviously just want to hit your money and of course just defraud you. Then most importantly, if you want to build a house, I know many of us want to build according to our taste. There are two ways to do it. Number one, you can choose to work with a trusted real estate development firm who has track record of successful buildings, and they can get you through. Then also there's also some development companies who are not into property sales, but their own basic job is to erect those houses to your satisfaction. And so we have the level of real estate activities at the point present right now is very, very transparent. So if you are making costly decisions, it might be to the fact that you may not be aware of some of these things that I have just outlined. So these are the basic things that you need to do to avoid you being scammed by family members. So this is where I'm going to draw today's curtain episode of Property Matters. I hope you have found value. In case you have further inquiries, you are free to contact us. Our number is below the caption of this video, and we're so delighted to hear from you. Thank you very much. I'll see you in my next video. Bye, and God bless you.